Natalie here from Sette Design, and today we are foraging for design. I found this off the street in a local city I was working in. I found it, and I'm going to show you how color can change a piece of furniture, give it new life, and just inspire. My color palette. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what the color palette is. I'm going to make you wait and watch and see how it evolves. But stop for a sec and think, what color would you paint it? Whatever it is, it's going to be an improvement because it's quite a bad finish on here. Just has aged badly and faded irregularly. Okay, taking a pause here. Okay, it's not quite as bright as it looks in this light. So that is actually the fuchsia pink color. And God, it looks, it's not lavender there, or purple there. But here, look at that. Because the wood is darker, so the color is completely different. I'm freaking out, right? My daughter likes it. She's so supportive of everything. She says, look how cool that is. And I gotta say, she might be right. Okay, that's a little bit more true to color, where it's that warm, hot pink, and then the darker wood makes it. It's like basically kind of an indigo purple. There we go. That's the color. Isn't it fun to play with color? Then as things are drying, I take a break from the furniture painting and go back to my clouds, which I paint in oil, and so it takes much longer to dry. Then I do the last little touch-ups on this commissioned piece that's going to Florida. Naples, Florida, pretty sure. And my intention with my artwork is to bring hope to the world. I've got a little bit of water here. Now I'm going to do the outside. I add just a tiny bit of water so that I can make my brush wet. Because when it's wet, then it's going to go in the crevices easier. So it's okay if it's drippy, because then it'll fill it in easier. I'm going to have to go over it twice for sure. It is fun to see the design come up, you know. Because if you leave the dark in there, it shows it more. I mean, you could go crazy on this thing. It would be fun to go over with gold leaf, you know, or hand paint all those. Look how the stain, which was coming off even when I was washing it off, that pink, is going to bleed through and become a problem. And I can tell when it does that, that it's going to be the kind of thing that keeps bleeding. And therefore, if I primed it, it would have stopped that. And now I get to possibly make a coffee and just enjoy painting it. It's going to be a long time, right? You kind of go like that. A lot of patience, right? You can work on your ambidextrous abilities and expand your mind lobes in that way. I am gonna love this green with the pink. I mean, come on. Is that gonna be fabulous? I'm gonna have to get the good brush to go in there. See, I should not do it with that brush because it doesn't have a good edge. You guys like it? This is the kind of thing that just makes me really happy. Bella, non è bella? Now, you do have to go over it because to catch the drips. Even if I hadn't have watered down my brush, it still would have dripped because there's too much of a relief on the carving. Can you check it out? It's really deep. And then the funny thing is you're painting and then you stand up and realize, you know, that there's a whole section that you didn't see maybe from down there. But I love the pink. It really does show the imperfections, which is fine. And very important to have your cappuccino. And now I'm going to just get a little brush, and do that edge. Pink Flash Brilliant Rose. And it's Color Shift is the brand. And then I'm doing a Benjamin Moore, and I love to buy the little samples. And that's called Cornstalk. And lastly, if I was going to take this trunk on a trip, strap it into my Alpha, I would maybe bring antique Italian linens and a watermelon.